चार का टाइम है।
हाँ जी सर, पीपल विल बी देयर who just explain them क्या क्या वो है सर, and what are you expecting them to do? वीडियो स्टॉल व्हेन यू रिक्वायर्ड आप ऑन कर दीजिएगा सर।
Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
जितक्या लवकर लवकर करा मला नेक्स्ट पेज पण येत त्याचा फोन काय तर काय विषय पण नाही परत चालू करू शकतो काढून ठेवायचं काय नाही बाहेरच जायचं मी सांगतो जर एकदा कन्फर्म ठीक आहे ना तर आपण एकदा त्याचं टेस्टिंग एक ट्रायल घ्यायला लागतं डिस्चार्ज किती ते बघायचं त्यावरून तो पण डिझायनिंग करू लागतो डिझायनिंग करून होते थोडं सेटअप हलवावं लागतं करू येते तेव्हा
हेलो सर
Can you hear me? Okay, if I'm audible, this is for all the nodal officers who have joined for the army challenges. Today, the Air Force challenges would be discussed because they have extended, and I will coordinate individually to all the nodal officers for the dates of their availability. We will reach out with respect to the problem statements, and then we will conduct our technical outreach. So all the nodal officers who have joined from the Indian Army, they can log off. I'll contact you all individually, sir. Thank you, sir. Jain.
Yeah, I'm from DG Signals DSA and part of Indian Army Nodal Officer.
Sir.
So what I can understand is that today only the Air Force challenges are going to be discussed.
Yes, yes. So today, Air Force challenges are going to be discussed. May I know your name again, sir?
I'm Colonel NS Javi, Director DSA, DG Signals. And basically I have logged on for UHF STR Applic Unit.
Just give me a moment, sir.
This is Vinkmani Gayatri from DAD. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Gayatri, ma'am, you are audible. Sir, who has joined from DG Signals. Sir, you can log off. I'll contact you on your mobile and I'll get your availability and we will plan the outreach as per the availability of dates now onwards because Diwali is also coming. So we want maximum startups to participate. I'll contact you, sir.
No problem. Just clarify only one thing that are we discussing anything pertaining to UHF SATCOM in today's session?
No, sir. No, sir. Not today. Not today.
Then
Right,
please reach out to us separately. Thank you.
Right, sir. Sir, the contact details of nodal officer I have is Colonel NS Dabi.
Yeah, I am myself.
Right, sir. Right, sir. Thank you so much, Jain, sir.
Yeah, good day.
Hello.
तेच आहे. इथे करा री-एंट्री करा. इकडे परत हे केला ना, री-एंट्री केला.
कैसे बनेगा? ओए, सुन भी रहे हो? अरे
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, team DIO, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Yeah, I just want to ask one thing. This challenges what you are going to discuss today is purely pertaining to Air Force or DSA 2?
So we'll begin then.
Actually,
Good afternoon, sir.
Vinay sir is also there.
Today's outreach will be for the Indian Air Force Challenge, as has been mentioned on the screen also, for problem
Vinay sir is
statement
already
1
here, ma'am.
and problem statement 16.
So we'll.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
किसी पास है कान वाला? I just meeting call, so. इसमें लगाएं कैसे?
राइट लेफ्ट लिखा हुआ, ये राइट है, राइट ईयर का राइट.
इसमें आए आवाज कैसे आए?
तो ब्लूटूथ ऑन कर.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Anurag Kundagi from DIO. I welcome all of you to this technical outreach session for the Indian Air Force challenges under DIS 12. Today we'll discuss two challenges. So first is to develop a drone-based innovative range scoring system for air-to-ground weapons, and second is problem statement 16, simple AI-based prediction model for bird hazard management system. So to begin with, first we have Wing Commander Vinayak Sharma sir from Indian Air Force for the problem statement 16, simple AI-based prediction model for bird hazard management system. So I welcome you sir for this technical outreach session. So sir is present here physically with us. So sir will first discuss about the problem statement. He will give more insights on the problem statement, and then maybe once sir has explained the problem statement, we can commence the question answer session. Sir, over to you, sir. And I request all the other members to please mute your microphones till the question answer session begins. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Wing Commander Vinayak from Directorate of Aerospace Safety, Indian Air Force. We are here to discuss a problem statement wherein we want a simple artificial intelligence based prediction model for bird hazard management system. In this, primarily what we want to have is that the tool should be able to predict the risk of bird aircraft collision in real time. The tool will model the spatial temporal density distribution of key bird species in and around IF base. It will generate the bird density distribution based on extensive field observation and with expert knowledge. The tool will combine the model bird density distribution with historical bird collection data to predict the quantified risk of bird aircraft collision at any point of time, any day of year at the target airfield of Indian Air Force. This is the initial introduction to the system, what is required by us. Now, this has got various parts wherein there will be certain kind of fields which will be required to be tapped. Those fields are like occupancy of runway, wherein date, time, name of the species of the bird, height, number of birds, activity of the birds, direction of movement of birds, speed of bird, recurrence of the same activity need to be mapped over the period. So this data is already collected by Indian Air Force personnel and is being fed on a portal called Integrated Aerospace Safety Management System. And with this, there are various things, the recurrence of the same activity and speed of the bird. These inputs will be provided by ornithology cell, which works under Air Headquarters, R.K. Puram, Directorate of Aerospace Safety. Now, thereafter, there is another factor which needs to be tapped onto this, that is occupancy of the runway by the aircraft. As we all know that bird strikes are evaluated per one bird strike per 10,000 aircraft movement. So there is certain data which needs to be tapped is from the Air Traffic Services Online, which is again a portal over our AFNet, that is the intranet of Air Force. Date, time, type of aircraft, height, activity, that is takeoff or landing, runway in use, that is during the bird strike report. That information from the bird strike report will also be tapped onto this. Where aircraft touch down exactly, because the trajectory of the aircraft is very important. So because if a bird has collided at a position, that can be evaluated from the place where the aircraft has actually touched down, and height of aircraft at a distance, location of over runway. Thereafter, now there will be historical data input, which will also contribute to this particular software. That is, which type of aircraft, it is fighter, bomber or transport, name of the aircraft, birded exact location with height and speed of aircraft, species, which is which type of the bird, and damage caused or not caused. This data will also be provided from Integrated Aerospace Safety Management System. Other vulnerable data, now the point is, there are three types of inputs we have taken. One is historical input, another one is environment of the airfield, that use of the facility. Third one is there is certain activities which has been done by certain airfields. So these are like when there is a grass height management, there is certain pesticide, insecticide which are in progress. Spraying is in progress over the airfield, and number of modules which are being deployed there. There will be certain values given to them. If the base is doing it, that will give certain kind of prevention, that is, it will restrict certain kind of number of bird strike collisions. And if the base have done any lapse over it, that will contribute towards the occurrence of the bird strike collision. And with this, another important parameter is that is weather parameter, which will be taken from the past, and it will continue learning from the machine. That is, at what were the weather parameters at the time when the bird strikes were happening, or certain amount of bird strikes were increasing during that particular period, or bird activity was increasing. What were those parameters over the runway? Then thereafter, the wildlife, what is the sanitized zone, what are the activities which we are doing? These all inputs will be given into the system. Now, the entire project cell consists of the following modules. That one is average density prediction module. This average density prediction is while when the operations are on, certain amount of survey, that is reporting of bird activity, continuously done. This continuous bird activity over a period of year becomes substantial data. So when aviation activity is stopped, delayed, or for any reason, a specific activity is done, like go round because of the bird activity, such data, if it is tabbed, we can take on to, we can understand the bird density at that particular time. And when we collect this data for many years, it becomes very significant trend or pattern. It actually reflects a certain amount of pattern or trend, which can actually give a sufficient amount of forecast or notice to the aircraft operators or planner of the operators. Then thereafter, subsequently, it will come like real-time bird density correction. That is, this module will interface with the remote sensors or then monitor climate and meteorological condition based upon the real-time condition. It will refine and update the prediction from the previous average model for the immediate next 24 hours to 3 days. Bird aircraft collision hazard quantification. The level of hazard posed by each individual bird's species need to be quantified. It will be analyzed from the data obtained from Air Force Bird Strike database. A composite hazard risk will be computed based upon the number of strikes, level of associated damage, and mass of each individual bird species. In this, one factor which is very important is each species is unique, and there are certain unique traits which it has in itself, and that bird is there and got involved into a strike because of certain contributing factor. So this system will also have certain amount of learning through text ability, that already a standard input about a species will be given. From there also it will learn and subsequently contribute to the forecast for bird collision, bird density, and what difference it will be, having in different season. So that is what it is.
Thank you, sir, for providing detailed insights on the problem statement. I would request all the participants now to raise their hands to begin the question answer session. We'll call out one by one. Yes, Savita, you can proceed.
Yeah, hi, this is Kavita from Vistransh Private Limited. Thank you so much, sir, for providing great insight into this problem. I have a couple of queries related to it. So the portal that you're referring to, where all the historical data is saved, because that would be really important to define or design a software using all the historical parameters that we have learned. And as you mentioned, some parameters will be evolving. So it will give us a very good insight for us to take a reference. So will we be able to get access to that portal when we are developing this solution?
Yes, specifically, ma'am, good afternoon to you. And I would like to specifically bring it out that the platform, this particular platform is to be designed and integrated in Air Force Net, that is AFNet, for obtaining other vulnerable data. The data to be sought from field units on daily, weekly, and monthly and quarterly basis. However, the entire thing is this project is to be developed on AFNet, hence to be developed under controlled environment of UDAN, are one of the agency which actually works on other projects of artificial intelligence. So this will be projected, completed and developed under their supervision.
Right, sir. Yeah, understood. And just one more thing on that. So will there be any training sets provided for this? Will, like, based on that, as you're referring that there is a team who has collected a lot of information. So if we want to speak to those personnel to get the real situations that arise during various these runways and during different weather conditions, one we would be able to speak to.
I would request all the other participants to kindly mute.
This is the which stage we can do, meeting to the people and understanding the problem.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, sir.
At this stage, physical meeting to the people and understanding will not be feasible. However, each and every one of you, how you are going to project this particular, solve this particular problem statement, on the understanding of that, when we further zoom out that, okay, this is the particular winner wherein with we can continue ahead, then we will move forward.
So I'm not requesting physical meetings, or maybe just a call or maybe an email contact where we can shoot out our queries while we are designing or making our proposal for this challenge. That would give us more insight to make a more realistic proposal that by understanding the real challenges, on ground challenge faces.
See, as far as this is again, I'll say whatever best we can give it, it will be, like we will give the text, what is our requirement, what we are, wanting from it. How you are going to develop it, you come out with that, and thereafter we will be deciding that with whom we should go.
So, ma'am, you can make a proposal, ma'am, and then if your proposal is shortlisted, we'll be calling you for a committee meeting, which is called high-powered selection committee meeting, ma'am. Then you can explain your proposed solution there, and then if shortlisted, ma'am, then maybe we can take it further, ma'am. So you can prepare based on your understanding on this technical outreach session as well as the booklet provided, ma'am. You can prepare the proposed solution. And in case of any
How
queries,
we have to send?
yes, ma'am. And in case of any queries, ma'am, you can always write to DIO. So we will try to get your queries resolved within the deadline.
Sure, that would be really helpful. And as I understand that once we get access, once we are shortlisted and we get access to that portal where lots of historical data is available, that would be of utmost importance to us to define a more robust solution. So thank you so much for that.
Yes, ma'am.
Here, one further point I would like to make it, like the quantity of the data. See, at some point of time, this module has to be started and thereafter built up. So,
Right.
how much data is available and how much data is required? This is a secondary thing, but what is happening even if I start this module after 10 years, at that point of time also you will find some data set which need to be developed. So
True. It will be evolving data set, sir. Yeah. So that is why we will keep it configurable so that as we learn more, we are able to feed into it and make it more intelligent. So that is what our proposed solution will be, sir.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. Sir, you can go ahead, sir. Mr. Pravash De.
How we have to send the proposal? Hello?
Yes, sir. You're audible, sir. Please.
My question is, how we'll have to send the proposal to you?
Sir, you basically, sir, we on our website, sir, we have a web page, sir, wherein we are accepting the proposed challenges. So if you attend, sir, you follow the Twitter handle of IDEX, sir. You'll be getting general outreach sessions also there, sir. So therein they will take you through the process to apply, sir, in the general outreach sessions. So if you visit IDEX website, sir, click on challenges, then you'll see DIS 12 there, and just below the DIS 12 image, sir, there is a button called apply now. So if you click on that, sir, you can submit all the proposal documents there on the web page.
So how much time normally you give?
Sir, can you come again, sir?
How much you normally give for the proposal?
Sir, so once you submit the proposal documents and if you are selected for HPSC, sir, so usually we provide around 10 minutes to present your proposal, sir, to the committee.
Okay. How many days we have left?
Deadline is, sir, current deadline is November 11th, sir. 11th November.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello, sir.
Thank you, sir. Rahul, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Rahul Tayal, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
My question is, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, can you give 2 minutes?
Sir, your voice is very faint, sir.
Sir, yeah, my question is, sir, you mentioned aero safety management system, which is used to currently collect all this bird data. Sir, Rahul Tayal here from Bisbee Technologies. So, sir, aero safety management system, which is currently collecting all this data, how are you currently doing the bird prediction is what I want to understand, sir.
Right now, it is a very rudimentary way which we follow. That is like we do a trend analysis of past history only. While and thereafter, coming to a conclusion that in coming time, there are certain amount of certain bird strikes can take place at certain locations. And with this, while doing this, we understand now we have come understand that there are a lot of other factors also, which if collaborated with this particular aspect of normal historical trend analysis, this can actually give more precise forecast of number one, the likelihood of the bird activity increasing at a place. Number two, the likelihood of bird strike taking place with a particular species. So,
Got it, sir. And sir, basically, to what accuracy are you currently able to, able to predict? Can you predict within a bigger amount of window? What do you think, sir? Does it work for you, or is it something that is evolving?
see, one have to understand this. Like, once you start forecasting certain activity, or especially about an incident, let it be a guess only. Okay, at place A, there is likelihood of an incident, likely bird species to be involved in the bird strike is this. So now that place also tries their best so that they should not have a bird strike happening at that time. That is where the caution is being given. Still at some places, bird strike happens, and because of that particular species only. So even when you start giving, you design a module and thereafter you start giving forecast, that forecast will actually result into certain action by that particular location of airport. And thereafter some may save bird strike and some may not. So if the bird strikes is saved, your prediction is not wrong. That bird strike could be saved because of your forecast. So here the issue is the probability factor will always be reducing and reducing because you will be refining, the machine will be learning and again forecasting and thereafter giving the advices also that what action should be done at this particular point of time. It has got a very larger connotation.
I get you, sir. Absolutely. And sir, one more thing I want to know, is the data feeding only by humans, or because, sir, if the machine is only going to be dependent upon humans to feed in the data set?
In later stage, like another 2 years or 3 years, we will also have, we are trying to have a bird detection and monitoring radar, which will start contributing to the this particular software.
Hello, sir.
The voice is not clear. The voice is not clear.
Hello, sir.
Ma'am, go ahead, please, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, good afternoon. Sir, as you mentioned that you will provided some data from your side. So this will available before we submit the proposal or after we submit the proposal. When it will be available for us?
Ma'am, it will be only on the final.
Benzene.
Hello, sir.
Hold it.
Hello, sir.
Can you please mute from your side? Dr. Vibhuti, can you please mute?
लैब 1 में तो ये वो सब है
सही क्लास हुआ
इक्विपमेंट वाला
हो गया
Dr. Vibhuti, I think your mic is on.
टीचिंग बेस्ड इक्विपमेंट तो जो भी उधर एक्सआरडी एससीएम जो भी सब हो सकता
हाँ तो इसमें रेजिस्टिविटी का इक्विपमेंट है तो रेजिस्टेंस लाना होगा उसके बाद जो है एनर्जी बैंड टाइप का है
Can admin do the mute all? Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. The question was whether the data set will be provided in advance. Ma'am, I'll make it very clear here that whatever proposals you make, ma'am, that has to be on a simulated data that you have to create, and how you are going to, get this particular aspect fructified theoretically. Initially, you have to prove that, and thereafter we'll proceed ahead, ma'am.
Okay, sir. And one more thing, in your proposal, what you what you expect from us, what point mainly need to submit us?
What point need to submit? It's actually already given these 3 aspects. Must be.
Ma'am, it's like self-explanatory in the problem statement, ma'am.
Yes,
So,
yes. I mean to say, on problem statement, we have to make a proposal, and there is no, I mean to say, the data set not provided, no?
Ma'am, no, not right now, ma'am. Just the proposed solution, ma'am. How basically, ma'am, you have to give your approach to the problem statement, ma'am. How you are going to approach to this problem statement, how you are going to propose your solution
Yes, yes. Thank you.
without any data set, ma'am. Just you need to
Yes,
explain the approach, ma'am.
yes.
So due to paucity of time, maybe another 5 minutes, we can take 2 or 3 more questions. And rest, the query form on DIO website will be live soon. So if those people who have not been able to ask the question right now can write to us through that query form, and your query will be resolved through the nodal agency. So
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Siddhartha. I'm from Humanics, a new startup in Bihar. While I was listening to you, I checked on, there are few research papers exactly done on this subject matter. I wanted to understand from you, what is the current state? Have you tried any AI-based solution, or is it just like you're just beginning on it?
So the entire purpose of bringing it to disk 12 is that this does not exist actually off the shelf.
Okay.
Theoretically, this is possible, and this needs to be developed. And even when it is developed, it will be continuously, improving thereafter, because the machine will learn, and thereafter forecast, and again after that forecast, as per the result over that forecast, it will again learn.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It will require lots of fine tuning.
Absolutely, and not only this, we are not just looking forward for one aspect, that is forecast. There is one is about the hazard quantification.
Correct,
The
sir.
other thing is what we call the collusion forecast. The third thing is that certain actions.
Currently, you are not participating in it.
There are certain actions which the system will advise to the operator, air traffic controllers, and planners at various levels. That okay, this is the historical perspective. These actions should have been taken into next 1 month, and thereafter plan or do not plan or abort plan emission.
Right, sir. Got it. Yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Jain sir, I have one question from us.
Jai Hind.
Sir, I have one question. One is, the data availability, because without that, we may not be able to do a proper proposal for the AI. Second thing is the timelines as well in terms of deployment. And just one query to be added on that. If, say, for example, if we prepare everything and so one of the agency or one of the company doesn't get selected, can we, work together as a team and, then come up with a solution for this? Because we've been working on AI pretty much on a similar line, both AI and blockchain, sir.
Here I would like to put first point is your contention that without a data given by me or by organization, you will not be able to project your proposal. Please try and understand this is very well possible, theoretically possible. Those who work into artificial intelligence field, they know how to simulate data.
Sir, proposal can be given. That's not a problem. The only thing is when it comes to real time making solutions, that is where we'll have maybe some issues because of the viability part of it. I mean,
now,
yeah.
Sorry, I would like to just make it very clear that there is a process of this particular challenge.
Right, sir.
And the data will be provided to any person. Actually, access to the data or a place where this is to be developed will only be when that particular process is over and that person is actually qualified for that, or firm is qualified for that. Your second part of question was that whether I think a group of companies or group of people can work on that. I'm not sure about it. Is this meaning?
Okay.
He's asking whether a group of
Sir, my second question is the proposal we've given. Maybe one will have a better solution than the other because still now we are not very clear what is exactly required from the from the FOS itself, right? Because we don't have the data points available for us. So, say for example, one of the group gets rejected or may not get selected for this, but is it possible that we can work together for this management solution that we are looking for, if
See,
that's okay?
for your information and clarity, I would like to again say the problem statement has got 2 paragraphs and 3 subparagraphs.
Right, sir.
It very clearly says what we want. So please go ahead, go through the particular problem statement, and thereafter you will understand what we actually want.
And sir, we are not asking about the algorithm or the solution right now. We are just, sir, we want to know what is your approach to this problem statement, sir. And there are a number of parameters on which the proposal is basically evaluated, sir. So basically it is the core competency of the firm or the individual innovator, the capability and the proposed solution, the approach to the statement, problem statement. So there are like 6 or 7 factors based on which the proposal is evaluated. So currently you focus on the approach to the problem statement, how you are going to solve this challenge, sir, particular challenge. That is what is required right now.
And that's fine, sir. We'll do that. And just to lead to that, do we have to provide the team team capability right now in this proposal, or we should avoid that? That's my final question.
Sir, basically, if you go to the apply now section, you'll have a list of documents, sir, with the guidelines, right?
Yes, sir.
And sir, basically based on these all queries, sir, we have general outreach sessions also, sir. So you can get those things resolved there. But it is preferable to have the team details in your PPT.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you for
And
this.
in the chat box, I can see Commander Anand sir has posted a query.
Yes,
So
sir.
basically, as of now, DIO is the single point of
Any other
contact.
Air Force challenges we have right now? Yeah, that thing.
So Anand sir, basically we'll be making a query form live on the IDEX website. So if you have any queries, sir, you can enter your queries in that form, and that the resolution to those queries will be done through Indian Air Force, sir.
Good afternoon. Thank you. This is Commander Anand on that clarification. So would that page be common for all the challenges?
Yes, sir. So you have to just select the challenge, sir, mention the challenge and write down your query, sir.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Thank
And
you.
that will be live soon, sir. We
Sure.
are working on it, so that will be live soon, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. I think because of the paucity of time,
Good afternoon, am I audible?
so we'll begin with problem statement 12. Thank you, Wing Commander Vinayak, sir, for explaining in detail the problem statement, sir, and resolving the queries of most of the innovators. And if our innovators have further queries, as I mentioned, the query form will be live soon. So you can write down your queries on the form, and again, sir will be resolving them and will reply to those queries over email to you. Thank you, sir. Wing Commander Gayatri ma'am, shall we begin with the problem statement 12? Drone-based innovative range scoring system.
Is going to start.
Yes, Anurag, you may please continue with the second statement.
Okay.
So we have Group Captain Jamkar, sir. Sir, welcome, sir. Very good afternoon to you, sir. So sir will be providing again a detailed insight on the problem statement. He'll be explaining the problem statement, and then we'll begin the question answer session. Over to you, sir. Jamkar, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll just give you a brief. I'll read out what is written out first in the problem statement, and then I'll give further insights into it. Air-to-ground weapon firing is one of the most important aspects of air power. It is absolutely imperative to assess the weapon impact in peacetime so that it can be used for training and improvement in pilot skill levels. The present scoring systems in IAF ranges are adequate. However, Indian Army ranges like in Kargil and in Suratgarh, these are jointly utilized by Indian Army and Indian Air Force and do not have any standard infrastructure for scoring usage. In addition, the specific utilization of Indian Army, extreme weather conditions, and isolated terrain, creation of infrastructure is also a long-drawn process. Therefore, we are looking at a drone-based range scoring system, which is required for training. Such a system should be able to assess the score, provide error, give an instantaneous display to the operators for transmission to the pilot. Such a system should be lightweight or man-portable. It should be operated by a maximum of 2 operators through a single console. It should be autonomous for tasks like fixing position of target, assessment of score, data calculation, pilot/aircraft call sign correlation, that is who has actually fired that weapon, data sorting based on our policies and procedures that we will further tell the vendor. The system should be all-weather and capable of operating from a wide range of temperatures, like extreme high temperature in desert sector, like in Suratgarh, and to extremely cold temperatures as in Kargil. It should be able to operate in dust, heat, light, high vibrations, snow, strong winds, and high altitudes. It should have geolocation capability corrected for errors. It should have ion or ion GPS system based for correcting errors. The payload should be suitable or interchangeable at high altitude up to a height of 6 kilometers from ground. It should have inherent emergency protocols in case of emergencies like network failure. To elaborate on this problem statement, air-to-ground firing by aircraft is carried out over pre-designated areas called ranges, air-to-ground ranges in peacetime. This is a large area where there is no civilian population around, and restricted area for flying for all civil aircraft also. Whenever fighters or helicopters, military aircraft carry out target practice, they require the score assessment also so that they can improve upon their scores. Presently in the Air Force, we have a ground-based system which has cameras and various sensors located at various angles, generally within a 360-degree cone. And using these sensors, they do a triangulation method and find out the exact impact of the bomb with respect to the target. So they are able to provide us the error of the bomb from the center of the target. This helps in for the pilots to hone their skills and carry out another pass during training flying, wherein they correct for winds or sighting errors which they would have had and try to get a better score on the target area. These ground-based systems are very cumbersome, require a lot of HR for maintenance, and we are looking at a portable system now that which is specifically drone-based. One of the options is drone-based, wherein if a drone is flying close to the target with a very good camera, it is able to assess the impact of where the weapon has fallen and use its sensors to calculate the error from the designated target. For the designated target, we always have the coordinates available. So the lat long or the coordinates are available, latitude and longitude, the exact target, and with respect to that, wherever the weapon has fallen, an error is to be generated so that in terms of distance and clock code. For instance, if you take a clock and the center of the clock is the target. So if the weapon has fallen, let's say 5 meters and 1 o'clock, then I should, based on my run-in direction. Okay, so if 6 o'clock to 12 o'clock is my run-in direction wherein I'm coming and firing the weapon along this direction, and the bomb falls 1 o'clock, then I get an error of 1 o'clock 10 meters. Or if it forms right abeam, then I get a error of 3 o'clock 20 meters, and so on. So the drone system or the should be able to assess this weapon impact and calculate this range and clock code and be able to give it to me. some constraints that we have seen where this drone needs to operate. Generally, the heights that we are looking at, which it will be operating, would be from 50 meters to about 200 meters or up to 300 meters at times. It would generally be displaced by about 800 meters from the target, from the weapon. And maybe if it is able to assess change direction, then it will be able to assess the exact coordinate of where the weapon has fallen, and a suitable algorithm can give us the error. The temperature ranges that we are looking at generally for its operation would vary from about -20 degrees when we are operating in Kargil to about 40 to about 45-50 degrees when we are 45 degrees when we are operating over in the desert sector. Endurance of the weapon or this assessment system should be adequate so that within a period of about 6 hours it is continuously operative, or there is a standby mechanism through which even if the battery is being changed, we have a small window of about 10-15 minutes leeway wherein we are able to change the battery or send an alternate system up in air, and there is no gap. The wind speeds that we are generally looking at, that is why we have given, when it is operating in the desert, it is prone to a lot of strong dust raising winds. So it should be able to maintain its steady position in air so that it can continue looking at the target which has been fed into it. And wind speeds of about up to 30 knots is what it should be able to withstand. Most of the protocols, otherwise, whenever the geolock breaks, most of the safety protocols are already in place in most of the drone systems. So in case of some contingencies wherein there is a battery fail or there is jamming happening, it should be able to recover on its own. It should be fairly portable so that we can take it to the requisite place, little inhospitable terrains at times, and maybe vehicle mounted or backpack mounted, which is suitable and feasible. I have finished. If there are any questions.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, Abhinav this side.
Yes,
Hello.
please go ahead, Abhinav.
Yeah, hi, Jain sir. So my question is like about the details, that whatever point you have shared, what I understood is that it is a kind of a precision monitoring system of the weapon which is been delivered by the aircraft to a particular target, right?
Yes.
So, sir, the one question is, there might be a impact pattern of a weapon. Suppose I am having a map and a bomb is dropped on a particular coordinate. So the damage can be spherical or it in any shape. To get the exact center, how bomb impacted, we might need some data, right?
Yeah. So what happens is when a bomb, let's first talk of a simple thing. One single bomb. So in case a single bomb drop takes place based from the center of the clock, where the target is, it should be able to tell me what is the error in terms of clock code. I already have the coordinate of the target, which is the center of the clock. And it should be able to tell me the distance and the clock code of the weapon impact. So the weapon impact takes place, if you look at any video, you will realize first is a smoke, or as it touches the ground, or
And
a flash of a light. Between these two, the impact is assessed, and thereafter the debris and the dust rises. So we are interested in that instantaneous impact where it takes place.
Okay, so sir, the situation is suppose a plane is flying from 6 o'clock to 12 o'clock in a particular direction. It drops a bomb. There is a impact, and there is a drone which is very far from that point of impact. It will be analyzing the before and after impact, right?
Yes.
So there might be a condition due to the burst of that bomb. It might damage the drone.
No, generally what you will see is we will be keeping it therefore beyond the debris hemisphere of that weapon generally. So debris hemisphere is still what area the impact of the weapon takes place. So that we will definitely ensure that the drone is always out of that debris hemisphere. And that is why when it is flying at a particular height and it is able to zoom in with a very good camera, it will be able to assess the impact.
Yeah, sir, but there is a scenario now, like if bomb, we have kept the drone from where the target is fixed, but if bomb does not drops on that particular target, that is what we are analyzing. So if it goes left or right in that area of drone, then drone will be damaged. So there is a
No,
possible
we will be
scenario.
keeping the drone fairly far from that area of impact. So when we are looking at errors from where the bomb falls, we are looking at ballpark up to 100 meters to 150 meters. The bomb generally would not fall beyond that. And here we are going to keep the drone much further away. So it should be able to definitely withstand whatever if there is some shock effect. So essentially your drone should be able to maintain its position in the air. So whatever motors, strong motors you use for it, higher RPM motors, whatever. So that is, it should be able to withstand and maintain its position.
Sir, Rahul here from Visby Technologies. Sir, one thing I want to understand is, sir, what sensors do you currently use on your ground-based system to monitor the trajectory of the weapon?
See, you can Google it. It is available in open source. So there are systems like, I will give you one name, Aeris. So you can Google it. It gives a ground-based system. So there are various sensors wherein they have cameras, they see smoke detection, they see flashes also, and all these inputs are thereafter, they do a correlation of all these inputs, triangulation happens, and they are able to give the error.
Okay.
Sir, the site. I have, sir, two questions. Number one, clarification in terms of the crosswinds. Is it 13 knots or 30 knots?
See, 30 knots. When we are operating in at 100 meters to 200 meters, normal scheme of the wind speed does increase to 20-25 knots easily.
Right, sir. And
Up
will
to
there
30
be
knots,
requirement to also? Yes,
if it is able to withstand a speed of up to 30 knots, it is good, and we should be able to practically use it. And the moment it is exceeding, we will also realize, the system will also realize it will come back to its original position on ground.
Right, sir. Noted. Second question is, will there be multiple bombs corrections to be done, or whether the drone has to also monitor multiple drops of the drone of the bombs, or will there be only single?
See, the drone is going to be static in air in that position, and one after the other, let's say one aircraft comes and drops its bomb. Thereafter, after 5 minutes or 2 minutes, another aircraft comes and drops its bomb. So for each delivery which has taken place, the drone gives a solution, or the system gives a solution of the assessment of an impact.
Right, sir. Thank you.
Jain sir, this is Karthik here. Just a quick question. Wanted to understand how, how sparsely are the targets spread out? Is it fixed at one position?
It's fixed at one position. But see, the target is a coordinate that we give, right?
Sure.
It's a practice target. It's a coordinate that we give. And if I take the same drone system from one place to the other and I feed in another coordinate, which is the new target coordinate, the system understands that this is the new target and gives the error accordingly.
Got it. So the coordinates for the targets are fixed, irrespective of how many targets there are. There could be 20 or 30 or 50.
We can
You have a
designate
count.
targets every time.
Got it. Got it.
But generally in one area, we would have one target normally. But in an area, we may have 5, 6, in a close vicinity, we may have 5, 6 different kinds of targets, which the user will immediately select that I want target 1 or target 2, target 3. And it goes into the system, and the system is thereafter capable to calculate.
Got it. And is there a fixed distance between each target?
They could vary up to 200 meters.
Got it.
But then that is how the user will operate. So the user will accordingly position the drone. So that is not a big worry. We can think of it as an individual target, and with the flexibility of either we can store multiple targets and just change in the system that this is the now new target. Mostly it will be a single target, but there could be dispersed some additional targets around, and we should have the flexibility to choose these targets instead of the first target.
Okay. Good evening and Jai Hind, sir. Thank you for doing this. I have a 4-part question. I'll run through it very quickly. Is the Air Force open to use of LLM models, and is there a cluster available on which we can train and use it for inference? It's a secure cluster.
Can you tell me what LLM stands for once?
It's a large language model. If we are using a large language model, let's say an AI model to train, is that open? Is the Air Force open to use of such models? And is there a secure cluster on which we can train the model and use it for inference?
Yeah, see, the data that you require for training it on this setup is available open source also. With Air Force also adequately. You're looking essentially at impact of weapons on ground and how they look.
Yes.
So this is readily available in open source. As much as Air Force has, we will also be able to share it with you.
Okay. And you're open to use of LLMs. Open source models are fine. If startups use them, it is perfectly fine with the Air Force, right?
See, this is a standalone system that is going to give me the, error or weapon assessment.
Yes.
So what language protocols you use is up to you. How you go about, how your algorithm works is up to you.
Got it, sir. And last 2 parts of the question. We already have drones. We have actually tested a couple of them for the Air Force in Machal, I believe, last. So can we test them at Hakimpet base if given permission? And what is the circular error probable from for the targets? Do we have information on that, sir?
No. Can you repeat your question again?
Yeah, the last 2 parts of the question is, can we access? Yes, sir. So can we get access to test already available drones that we currently deploy at Hakimpet base for training and testing? Whatever we've built so far, we can repurpose it for target detection. And at the same time, what is the error that we are looking to measure from the target essentially? Is there a number that you have in mind? Couple of meters, couple of feet?
Okay. So I'll answer your first question first. If you want to practice in Air Force Station Hakimpet, you can take it up at your level on NCNC basis. And thereafter, the Air Headquarters will give you a suitable reply.
Okay, sir.
Second, what is the error you are asking me? I want accurate.
Yeah, what kind of accuracy or error tracking are we looking at? Let's say the target is placed at x plus 1 or 5.
As possible. My current systems also give me error up to 2 meters.
Jamkar, sir?
Yes.
Can I just interrupt, sir? It was just a reply to the first part of the question.
Yes, please.
If you require any facilitation for access to any of the Air Force stations, it is done only after the HPSC.
Okay.
That is after we have shortlisted whether we are interested in the proposal that you have given.
Got it. Got it, ma'am.
So,
thank you so much.
Yes. Sir, sorry to interrupt, sir.
No, thank you for correcting me. Yeah.
Perfect, sir. I got the answer. Thank you so much.
Sir, Rahul here again from SB. Sir, these targets are like flat targets on the ground, or they could be like, on a vertical wall or some complex house or construction?
Yeah, it could be a actual tank. That is actual tank in the sense, a tank which is no longer used these days. It could be a wall. It could be a flat, plate on the ground. It could be a triangular pin on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah. As far as we are concerned, it is just a coordinate on the ground.
So actually, error detection will be different in all of these cases, right? Because
The detection would be same in all these cases because you're only looking at the impact of the weapon and how you're able to decipher that impact.
so, sir, on a wall, for example, on a wall, assume that a wall is a large wall. The area of the wall being hit is also important, or only the. So, if I talk about two coordinates, sir, one is the XY coordinate. Sorry,
I'll just clarify it. See, the wall is a coordinate. Okay. So as long as the bomb hits the wall, it's a direct hit.
Okay, so any place of the wall, any place of the wall is considered a direct hit. So basically, it is the on ground coordinate we are talking about.
On ground coordinate we are talking about. So on ground, if it is a tank and it hits any part of the tank, it's a direct hit. That is, the error is 0 meters. Okay. And if it falls 1 meter short of the wall or 1 meter short of the tank, it is 1 meter error.
Got it, sir. Okay.
Good evening, Group Captain.
And
Quick
we are also not looking, I'll just clarify one more thing. We are not looking at very big, errors. For instance, there is a field of view of the drone also, camera. So beyond a particular point, it may actually be beyond its field of view. So that much leeway will be taken that, okay, if it is beyond, let's say 120 meters and it is beyond its field of view, well, it's a limitation of the system that it cannot focus everywhere.
Good evening, Group Captain. One quick question.
Yes.
Suppose the detection is 3 o'clock, 250 meters. Thereafter,
Yes.
what do you do with the information? Does it come to the RSO and the RSO tells it on RT, or are you going to give us an API to integrate it directly with the cockpit?
No, we will not give you anything to integrate with the cockpit as of now, or we will take it. If that is a possibility, then there's nothing like it. We will take that call. But definitely, as of now, we are looking at receiving the error, and receiving the error, if we can have a filter, smart filter, wherein we are able to decipher very clearly that this error or this code is for this particular call sign. Call sign is the aircraft which is coming and firing. So it gives us a database already, intelligent or filtered database already to pass it on and keep it as a storage for us.
So you're saying that that information should be available on the RC of the person operating the drone, or do you want it to be integrated with a centralized system?
Both are good because it is anyways should be available with the RC who is operating the drone, because it's the parent unit there. And it needs to be conveyed to the RSO definitely, because he has to convey the same to the pilot.
Before the next run-in. Understood.
Yes.
Hello. Good evening, sir. I have a small question, sir. Sir, are we fixed with the use of camera as a sensor, or we can use some acoustic method as well?
Please, sir, you can use acoustic methods also.
Okay. Thank you.
You are free to use any kind of sensor you feel is deemed fit and will give better results.
Okay.
Or a
You
mix
do not
of all
need
of
any.
these.
Okay. You do not need any photograph of the event.
Photograph of the event per se, we are interested in the range score. So from my this thing, as long as the range score is available, that is a must. And if you use a range of sensors, it gives you more latitude and flexibility in operations.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
So camera is definitely desirable because nothing beats the eye. You know what you see.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir. Sujit here from Team Navacharan. I just want to know more about ground-based solution that currently we are using, because to implement this huge system, there are so many things need to be integrated. Like there are few things like software in the loop, as we are using autonomous unmanned aerial vehicle for these missions, and something like hardware in the loop, as we need 6 hours of long endurance. And if we want to integrate with that particular aircraft, so payload also will be the factor. So we need to make it as small as possible so that it should follow that bomb hitting that target. So I just want to know more about how ground-based solutions are working so that we can implement these in integration with the aircraft. And my second question is, so is there any possibility that we can...
First, I'll answer you the first question so that
Okay.
as far as the ground-based system is concerned, I've told you, you can look it up on the net. They are available. ARIS is one system which is available, which is being widely used, and it will give you all the data that you require. Additionally, what you're looking at is this is a much easier and simple system compared to a ground-based system in terms of management, maintenance, HR. Okay, we already have change detection techniques available wherein we can home onto a moving target if we want in a drone.
Yes.
The camera homes on. So if you're able to identify change detection and able to identify the exact impact of where that weapon has fallen, that is the change which has occurred from the previous instant. The coordinate is also available, and it should not be a very difficult algorithm also.
Okay, yes, got it. And can we integrate that system along with that flying aircraft so that we can reduce the flight time of that drone? So once the bomb is triggered, we can just give that much amount of flight time to that drone to
See,
calculate.
I understand there would be issues of how endurance of the drone, how long it can fly. That is why we will have the system needs to operate for, let's say, a continuous period of 6 hours, wherein we can have the system being replaced by another drone at times, depending on the battery life which is prevalent in the market.
Okay.
In present
But
times, whatever is the endurance, we always replenish it or change it with another drone, and we recall the first drone back. So this way we will be able to match up the timelines.
Okay.
Sir, what is the amount of indigenization you are expecting on the drone?
I will ask DIO or Air Headquarters to intervene in this.
This is Vinkmana Gayatri. I think you have read, this is available in the DAP. It should be more than 60%, the IC content.
Got it. And we are free to use passive components, for a long range?
You can use any sensor that you want. Whether you want to use a passive, what are you exactly, which sensors are you talking about in passive?
See, ideally, any of the components, like let's say, the telemetry system, that will be fully passive. So there wouldn't be any data compromise, right? So that is the intent of this question.
You can use as much passive content. Yes, there's no problem.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Jai Hind, sir. This is Rahul from Tech Eagle Innovations. I have only one question that is followed by the previous one that you have answered. Sir, I just want to know the range between the flying drone, and the ground control station of the drone itself, because in the last question you have mentioned that it's around 6 hour flight time cannot be achievable. It's hard to achieve, so we have to replace the system with the new drone. So I just want to know exactly, we have to calculate the time, at what time we have to replace the previous drone with the new system.
So it is a function of the product you develop. As far as your drone can go from the ground station, the drone would be positioned accordingly and at a safe distance from the target, so that the drone does not get affected adversely. It is more of functionality. That is more of functional aspects to it.
Okay, sir. Fine. Thank you.
Sir, one last question. Sir, any comments on the open source part? Like, the drone community is driven by open source firmwares. Just wanted to hear your comments. As long as we are securing the system, ensuring there are no data leakages, would that work well?
Yes, some kind of data storage that we are looking at needs to be classified. So this data cannot be shared per se. So with somebody else. This is secure and kind of classified information. Once we start using it, we do not want this data to be available in servers in open in the cloud.
Got it, sir.
Or
Got
if
it.
it is in the cloud, it should be in a secure cloud.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Please go ahead.
Sir, as you have told that there is some, as we discussed that there is some issue of flight time of the drone. There is limitation. So can we create some designs like air refueling is being used in the aircraft? Such type of system of fuel refueling or battery changing during flying the drone?
So you can propose definitely, and if you can, if it is already there in the market, it is wonderful. So nobody is stopping anybody from designing such kind of a system. The endurance, whatever is maximum is available, we would take it definitely based on prevalent systems which are available, or if there is an alternate through which power source can be given to the drone so that it sustains in the air. These systems are also available. Either way, it's a mix and match of both. How to keep the drone in the air for the maximum time. This is a challenge, everlasting challenge.
Okay, then sir, it is not mandatory that drone must be operated only on battery. It can be, it can run on the liquid fuel also, no?
Yes, we have no issues per se. How much?
Okay, thank you.
Sir, you had mentioned that we have to also detect the call sign of the aircraft that is firing the weapon. So, sir, how is that correlated? Like when the bomb is falling, is that based upon a plan or is that manually inputted? Do we look at the aircraft and detect it? How is it? How do you propose to do that?
Yes. So what can be done here? That we will work out as we go ahead. Probably this is a desired thing. Definitely. So first of all, we have time stamping.
Okay, got it. Yeah, makes sense. So it can be correlated.
Yes, it can be correlated that way.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
Maybe we can have the session for around another 5 minutes. So 2-3 more questions.
Good evening, sir. This is Arjun, sir. Sir, you mentioned debris area. How much would that typically be, sir?
The debris area varies from each weapon to another weapon. So it may vary from about 500 meters to 800 meters, depending on the caliber of the weapon maximum.
Okay, and none of the missiles will be inert, right, sir? All of them will be explosives.
It all depends. Some could be inert also. Some could have varied contents of explosives in it. We fire all kinds of weapons, some which are practice bombs with much lesser caliber and some with heavy caliber.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Hello, sir.
Sir, one more last question.
Sir, one last question. Sir, can you just give us a safe distance between the ground control station and the impact area? That will be a constraint for us.
So we are looking at maybe about 1. See, the ground station we can position up to 2 kilometers away comfortably, and 2 to 3 kilometers also. And the drone can further fly up from that ground station closer to the target area. So positioning of the ground station is always in a very safe area, and the drone is little closer to the target, but still we will always try to keep it safe from the impact.
So 3 kilometers is the safe distance. That is what you are
very safe. Our present ground systems also where we sit are 3 kilometers normally.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Fine.
Sir, as different types of weapon as to be used, so how can we get the data so that we can design so that we could design our drone so it could be compatible with those weapons?
See, all kinds of weapons are dropped. from a very small caliber weapon of about 3 kgs to bullets which are fired, which are gunshots which are fired on the ground, to large caliber weapons. So all of them would have a different signature on ground when they impact, which needs to be detected accordingly. All of this you will find available adequately in open source, and where required, probably Air Force will also pitch in.
Yes, sir. That's why I'm asking that from where we can get those data so that we could design our drones. It would be compatible with those machineries.
So, see, you don't have to detect by looking at the impact whether it is a gunshot or a 3 kg. You just have to detect the impact, right? So for which, like I said, adequate data is already available in open source. If you just go on the internet and search, you'll find impact of guns on ground, impact of bombs on ground, and you'll have adequate visual images, videos, everything available.
Mr. Alok?
Sir, I think I'm not able to convey my
Mr. Alok?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Alok?
Yes, yes.
Yes, actually, like how sir has brought out, we have given our problem statement, and it is up to you to bring and suggest an innovative proposal to us.
Okay. Okay.
So I think sir has answered most of the queries, and Mr. Anurag, I think there is one query which I've seen on the chat regarding registration on the IDEX website. If you could just answer that. Rest of the queries, most of them, sir has answered it.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, we'll get in touch with our website team, ma'am. If this is the issue, ma'am, we haven't been able to register on the IDEX website, and it's not taking any. So we'll resolve it, ma'am, with our website team, ma'am, with our IT team, ma'am.
Sir, just one point I wanted to add regarding registration. It is also not it is also not recognizing the existing username and password. I am already registered on the website.
Sure, sir. We'll take both the issues with our IT team, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And as I mentioned, like the query form will be hosted on the website soon. So thank you, Group Captain Jamkar sir, for giving a detailed information on the problem statement as well as resolving so many queries from our innovators. So if any other innovator at any given point of time before the deadline has any other queries, they can make use of the query form, which will be hosted soon on the IDEX website, and we'll try to resolve those queries at the earliest.
The point of contact as of now is DIO only. So then whatever queries the startups, if you're having, it will be sent to DIO, and DIO will send it to DAD, and I will communicate it to the project officer.
So once you submit your queries through the query form, again, which this is not live now, I think in couple of days it will be live. So once you submit your queries, it will come to us. Then as ma'am said, we'll send it to the Directorate of Aerospace Design, and we'll get it resolved through them. Thank you so much, all the innovators, all our PIs. Thank you, Group Captain Jamkar sir. Thank you, Wing Commander Gayatri ma'am, for joining us and giving us more insights. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you, all the innovators.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
When is the next one for ADITI challenge?
Sir, we'll be hosting out soon, sir. So there are 2 outreach sessions planned, sir. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow. So I request you to follow the Twitter handle, sir. We'll be tweeting it soon, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Excuse me. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Yes, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, actually, there is another session scheduled for incubation center to mobilize the innovators and participants. So may I know exact problem statements which is going to deal on that time?
Tomorrow, sir?
Not tomorrow. I think in the month of November, 3rd or 2nd.
Sir, maybe you can, sir, I'll take it offline, sir, with you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Yes, Kumar, sir, please.
Sir,
Yes.
good afternoon, sir. Sir, I just want to know other problem statements का ये date sheet में कहाँ पे मिलेगा sir हमें?
Sir, basically you can follow the Twitter page of IDEX and through the social media pages also, and hopefully you will get the session details.
Okay.
And you can connect, sir, for concerned challenges, sir.
Twitter का कोई ID है sir आपका, please?
You can search on the Twitter IDEX DIO. So you can IDEX DIO. You can search on the Twitter.
IDEX DIO in the Twitter. Any other social media?
You can connect through LinkedIn also.
LinkedIn also. Okay.
Yeah.
The ID is same, right?
And sir, we are also posting all the virtual session already held in our YouTube channel also. If you miss any virtual sessions, so the videos of another sessions are already uploaded on YouTube. So
Got it.
if you miss anything, you can search on YouTube Defense Innovation Organization. So all the problem statement and the virtual sessions are uploaded there. Full virtual sessions.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome, sir.